Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, but this time, something is different. Before you even open your eyes, you notice a quietness inside your own body. The usual low-grade hum of inflammation, that feeling of puffiness and discomfort you've come to accept as normal, is gone. You get out of bed and you don't feel that familiar. Heavy exhaustion that makes the first hour of the day feel like a monumental climb. You walk past the mirror and you don't just glance, you stop and truly look. And the face staring back at you seems clearer, calmer. The angry, red blemishes that have taken up permanent residence on your chin and jawline seem less inflamed, less aggressive. Think about what it would be like to walk into your kitchen and not be immediately assaulted by an overwhelming, desperate craving for sugar, to feel a sense of calm control over your appetite for the first time in years. Picture yourself moving through your entire day with a steady, consistent stream of energy, without that dreaded afternoon crash that leaves you foggy and unable to function. This vision, this feeling of peace and partnership with your own body, might feel like an impossible fantasy, a life that belongs to someone else. But if you are one of the millions of women navigating the lonely and confusing landscape of polycystic ovary syndrome, I need you to hold on to that vision, because it is more possible than you think. The silent daily war against unpredictable cycles, frustrating weight gain, relentless acne, and the emotional roller coaster that comes with it all is a heavy burden to carry. But the answer to finding relief doesn't always lie in the most complicated or expensive solutions. Sometimes, the most profound shifts come from the simplest of places. Today we are going to explore one of the most unexpected yet powerful allies you can find, an item that is likely already in your kitchen, waiting to help you turn the tide. We will uncover how this humble ingredient, when used with intention and understanding, could be the key to gently dialing down at least 10 of the most persistent and painful symptoms of PCOS, allowing you to finally feel like you are coming home to yourself. Before we can truly appreciate the solution, we have to sit with the problem and honor the depth of your experience. Living with PCOS is a journey that can make you feel profoundly misunderstood, not just by society, but often by the very medical professionals you turn to for help. You've likely heard the dismissive advice to just lose some weight or try to relax, as if you haven't been pouring every ounce of your physical and emotional energy into trying to feel better. You have counted calories, you have eliminated entire food groups, you have pushed yourself through workouts even when you were bone-tired, and yet the scale remains stubbornly stuck and the symptoms persist. Please, hear this, and let it sink deep into your bones. You are not a failure. This is not a matter of willpower. You are courageously managing a complex metabolic and hormonal condition where your body's most fundamental communication systems have been disrupted. At the very heart of this disruption are two interconnected culprits: rampant insulin resistance and a state of chronic, systemic inflammation. Imagine insulin is the mailman, tasked with delivering energy packages, glucose, to every house, cell in your body. With insulin resistance, the locks on the doors of your houses have become rusty and jammed. The mailman can't get the packages delivered. So headquarters, your pancreas, sends out more and more mailmen, flooding the streets, in a desperate attempt to get the job done. This flood of insulin is what causes so much chaos. It shouts at your ovaries to produce an excess of androgens like testosterone, which in turn triggers the acne, the unwanted facial hair, and the thinning of the hair on your head. This entire state of metabolic panic creates a low-grade simmering fire of inflammation throughout your entire body, which further damages the cell's locks, exhausts your energy systems, and disrupts your delicate hormonal balance even more. It is a relentless, self-perpetuating cycle, and you are living in the center of it. But the moment you truly understand this cycle, you reclaim your power. You realize the goal isn't to fight your body, but to gently support it, to help put out that internal fire and to clean the rusty locks on your cells. And this is precisely where the unexpected power of baking soda comes into play, offering a simple way to start changing that internal environment. The notion of drinking baking soda might initially seem odd, but the logic behind its potential benefits for PCOS is rooted in basic biochemistry and its ability to counter the inflammatory, acidic state we just described. Baking soda is known chemically as sodium bicarbonate. and it is one of the most powerful and natural alkalizing agents available. Our bodies are designed to operate in a very narrow, slightly alkaline pH range. However, the typical Western diet, high in processed foods and sugar, combined with chronic stress and the specific metabolic dysfunction inherent in PCOS, creates a significant acidic load. This condition, often termed chronic low-grade metabolic acidosis, is like trying to run a high-performance engine with dirty fuel. It creates immense stress on every cell in your body, fosters inflammation, and significantly worsens insulin resistance. When you introduce a small and carefully measured amount of baking soda dissolved in water into your system, you are essentially providing your body with a powerful buffer. It helps to neutralize this excess acidity, not by dramatically changing your blood pH, which is very tightly regulated, but by easing the overall acidic burden on your system at a cellular level. Can something as simple as a quarter teaspoon of a common kitchen staple really begin to quell the internal storm that fuels so many PCOS symptoms? The evidence and the anecdotal experiences of countless women suggest a powerful and hopeful yes. By creating a less acidic, more alkaline-friendly environment, you are fundamentally changing the terrain in which PCOS thrives. You are reducing the fuel for the inflammatory fire. This is why one of the very first things many women report is a significant decrease in bloating, water retention, and that general feeling of inflamed puffiness. It's the first sign that the internal environment is shifting, a gentle but profound signal that your body is responding to this support, creating a cascade of positive changes that ripple outwards to affect every other symptom. May I ask you a question? And I want you to be really honest with yourself. How much of your daily life is spent just trying to manage your body? How many times have you had to cancel plans because of crippling fatigue or a painful cystic breakout? How often do you feel a deep, quiet grief for the effortless health that so many other people seem to take for granted? I know this burden, and I see the strength it has taken for you to carry it for so long. You are not alone on this island. If this resonates with you, if you have ever felt this sense of loss or frustration, I want you to do something powerful. Go to the comments section right now and type these exact words, "I understand this struggle." Your simple act of typing that sentence will be a lifeline for another woman who is reading this at 2 in the morning, feeling desperate and alone. It will show her that she has found a tribe, a community that truly gets it. Your story, your acknowledgement of this shared journey, is a gift. Feeling less bloated and inflamed is a truly wonderful and encouraging start, but the benefits of cultivating a more alkaline internal environment go so much deeper, striking right at the heart of the metabolic chaos of PCOS. Let's talk about the relentless, tyrannical nature of sugar cravings and their deep connection to insulin resistance. This isn't just a matter of wanting a sweet treat. It's a powerful physiological demand that can feel impossible to ignore. This intense craving is a direct signal that your cells are starving for energy. Even if you've just eaten, the rusty locks of insulin resistance are preventing that energy from getting inside your cells. So your brain sends out a desperate, panicked signal for a quick energy source, which is always sugar. By introducing a gentle alkalizing solution like baking soda in water, you begin to alleviate the acidic stress on your cells and their energy-producing mitochondria. This helps to clean those rusty locks, making the cells more receptive and sensitive to insulin's message. It's a gradual process, but as your insulin sensitivity improves, the key begins to work in the lock again. Your body no longer needs to flood the system with excessive amounts of insulin to get the job done. With more stable insulin and blood sugar levels, the frantic, desperate signals for sugar begin to fade. They are replaced by a calm, steady sense of satiety. You regain control. This isn't about willpower. It's about changing your biochemistry. This metabolic shift is also the key that unlocks weight management. When your body is not on a constant blood sugar roller coaster and your insulin levels are lower, it can finally switch from being in a constant fat storage mode to being able to access and burn stored fat for fuel. Your dedicated efforts with nutrition and movement finally begin to pay off. Not because you're trying harder, but because you've removed a major metabolic roadblock. If this explanation is making sense, and you're starting to see how interconnected these symptoms are, take a moment to hit that like button. It's a small gesture that tells us this information is valuable and helps us create more content just like this. Now that we've established how this internal shift can transform your metabolism and your relationship with food, let's turn our attention to the symptoms that are reflected back at you in the mirror, the ones that can chip away at your confidence day after day. We're talking about the persistent, painful cystic acne that clusters on your jawline, chin, and neck, and the distressing growth of dark, coarse hair on your face, chest, or stomach, known as hirsutism. These are not skin problems. They are external manifestations of an internal hormonal imbalance, specifically the excess androgens that are a hallmark of PCOS. That flood of insulin we keep talking about is the primary trigger that tells your ovaries to go into overdrive and produce more testosterone. It is this excess testosterone that supercharges your oil glands, leading to the kind of deep, inflamed acne that topical treatments can barely touch. And it is what activates hair follicles in male pattern areas. You can spend a fortune on skincare and hair removal, but it's like trying to mop up a floor while the sink is still overflowing. The baking soda solution helps you turn off the tap. By improving insulin sensitivity and calming systemic inflammation, you are directly addressing the root cause. You are reducing the primary signal that leads to androgen excess. It's a beautiful example of an indirect but profoundly effective action. As your body's androgen levels start to find a healthier balance over weeks and months, you will likely notice a significant change. New breakouts may become less frequent, less inflamed, and heal more quickly. The growth of unwanted hair may slow, and the hair itself may become finer. And beautifully, the same hormonal rebalancing that reduces unwanted hair also helps to protect the hair you want to keep. The thinning of hair on your scalp, another devastating symptom driven by androgens, can also begin to slow down, creating a healthier environment for your hair to grow and thrive. Beyond the visible symptoms, we must address the invisible weight of PCOS, the soul-crushing fatigue, the disorienting brain fog, and the unpredictable storms of anxiety and mood swings. This isn't just feeling tired, it's a cellular exhaustion that can make even the simplest daily tasks, like checking emails or making dinner, feel like climbing a mountain. This profound lack of energy and emotional instability is not all in your head. It is a direct physiological consequence of the acidic, inflammatory state inside your body. Your mitochondria, the tiny power plants in every one of your cells, simply cannot produce energy efficiently when they are swimming in an acidic environment. Furthermore, the constant fire of inflammation disrupts the delicate balance of your neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers in your brain, like serotonin and dopamine, that govern your mood, motivation, and sense of well-being. By gently and consistently nudging your system towards a more alkaline state, you are providing your cells with the environment they need to function optimally. You are helping your mitochondrial power plants to produce energy more effectively, which can translate into a tangible, noticeable increase in your stamina and a clearing of that persistent mental fog. As inflammation subsides, your brain chemistry can begin to rebalance, leading to more stable moods, a greater capacity to handle stress, and a quieter, calmer mind. It is about reclaiming your vitality, your clarity, and your emotional equilibrium. And ultimately, all of this foundational healing work, calming the inflammation, mastering the insulin, balancing the androgens, and restoring your energy, creates the perfect conditions for the ultimate sign of hormonal harmony, the return of a predictable menstrual cycle. A regular cycle is a sign that your body feels safe, nourished, and balanced enough to support ovulation. It's the culmination of all these small, supportive actions, a beautiful rhythm that confirms your body is finally finding its way back to health. It is absolutely essential that you approach this practice with knowledge and respect for your unique body. This is a supportive tool, not a cure-all. To incorporate this safely, the recommended starting point is very small. Mix 1/4 teaspoon of a high-quality, aluminum-free baking soda into a large 8 to 12 ounce glass of water. Drink this mixture on a completely empty stomach, such as 20-30 minutes before your first meal in the morning, or right before you go to bed, at least 2 hours after your last meal. It's crucial to take it away from food, because you need your natural stomach acid to be strong for proper digestion. You might do this once a day, or twice at most. This practice is meant to be one pillar within a comprehensive PCOS lifestyle that must also include a diet rich in whole foods, prioritizing protein and fiber, while minimizing processed sugars and inflammatory oils. It must be combined with regular, joyful movement and a serious commitment to managing stress. And please, this is critically important. You must consult with a trusted healthcare provider before starting this practice, especially if you have any pre-existing conditions like kidney issues, heart disease, or particularly high blood pressure, as the sodium content in baking soda can be a concern for these conditions. This is about empowering yourself with knowledge so you can build a team of support and make the best, most informed decisions for your health journey. If you have stayed with me to this point, it is a testament to your deep desire for answers, for relief, and for a future where you are not defined by your diagnosis. This channel was created from a place of deep empathy for that desire. It exists to be a sanctuary for you, a place to find credible, compassionate information that goes beyond the surface-level advice. We are committed to helping you understand the beautiful complexity of your body, to reclaim your power, and to discover the solutions that truly resonate with you. You are not alone on this path anymore. We are building a community here, a safe harbor where women just like you can find validation, support, and the tools that make a genuine difference. If this is the kind of partnership and guidance you have been searching for, then please subscribe to our channel now and be sure to turn on all notifications. Every single video we create is designed to be another step forward on your journey to a healthier, more vibrant, and joyfully balanced life. We are so deeply honored to be a part of your journey